Hi, my name is Ethan Bohm, and I am a teacher at an international school in Guangzhou, China. And I want to talk today about international teaching and how it's both a personal and a professional opportunity. I'm originally from Asheville. I went to NC State. I've taught math in Raleigh. I taught math for 2 years in Fez, Morocco. I went back and got my master's and worked as a research assistant at NC State. Um, and I'm currently, teaching high school math at Nansha College Preparatory Academy in Guangzhou, China. How did I get into international teaching? It was kind of a fluke. I was actually at a Christian conference my senior year of college, and I left my email with some different organizations that work with sending teachers abroad. A year later, I received a call from an organization, and they said, "Hey, like we know we have your information, and you seem to be a good fit. We know some schools in Morocco that need a math teacher. Would you mind applying?" And so I found myself at the American School of Fez in Morocco. It was a K-12 school, small classes, 85% Moroccan, 15% expat. Um, Opportunity to teach many of the same students for 3 years. I also had the opportunity to teach everything from fifth grade to pre-cal, um, and so many holidays: American, Moroccan, Muslim, Christian. I got to live in a city that was 1,200 years old, and they say that Fez Medina, the old city, is the largest car-free urban area in the world. Often got invited for meals with the students' families at their homes. Um, and also, we were so close to Europe, like a 2 or 3 hour flight from Europe. So it was easy to go there on our holidays. Here's Morocco. On the right, you'll see me in the Sahara Desert. On the left, this is the city of Fez, where I got the chance to live for 3 years. Fascinating, fascinating place. Where they have donkey carts, still taking in most of the goods into this. Everything in the city has to come in by horse, donkey, or cart. Um, I came back to the U.S. for my master's degree and then was looking for opportunities to go back abroad. So I researched on the U.S. State Department website for jobs for overseas teaching. I settled with International School Services, as they founded and worked with international schools for more than 50 years. Um, I became an ISS member for about $200, filled out a profile, submitted documents for my dossier, um, then emailed a bunch of schools that I was interested in. Um, and administrators from international schools could also see my dossier. I also attended an ISS job fair. I know that in the US they do maybe 5 or 6 of them around the world. I know in the US they have one in Boston, Atlanta, and San Francisco. Um, yeah, so I found myself, I got hired by Nansha College Preparatory Academy, and then beautiful, beautiful campus. And you can see the bottom right. These apartment buildings have shown up in our backyard over the last year, and this is just a snapshot of what the modern changes of China. Buildings like this are going up everywhere. And they joke that Guangzhou is our city bird is the crane. Teaching at NCPA, I would say it's everything we do is research based. There are opportunities, a plethora of professional development opportunities. We're a standards based assessment and reporting school. I would say we're one of the first high schools in the world to really um, do this system. Research shows that it is the best, one of the best systems. And EAL support and strategies, even though I taught in Morocco, I would say I was working with students, but I was not really supported into how what their language needs were, or how I could provide for those language needs. Um, our school is really big on service learning, of how can we serve our community and learn at the same time. Um, Also, formative assessment is a big idea here. Of you should give students opportunities to demonstrate and show evidence of their learning before you give them a summative assignment. Small classes, very supportive administration. The benefits are really good. A good salary, housing, health insurance, a moving stipend, a professional development stipend, also a home leave stipend where we get money to go home every year to the U.S. Life in China, fascinating. I'm in the very center of the Pearl River Delta. I'm 90 minutes from the centers of Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Macau. The dim sum here is traditional Cantonese tapas and delicious. Every Saturday morning I try to go out for dim sum. You get to watch the fastest pace infrastructure developments in human history happen. I would say the West had their industrial revolution in the late 19th century. And China has started in the late 1980s, and they already have a nationwide, the world's largest high-speed rail network. The Guangzhou Metro here was started in 1997, and it's already busier than the New York subway. Airport terminals are open. Shenzhen just opened a new terminal. I live an hour and a half from the Hong Kong airport, one of the best airports in the world. The opportunities to explore China and Southeast Asia, I would say last year I was able to travel to Indonesia over National Day holiday, Vietnam over Christmas holiday, Thailand over spring break. Over Chinese New Year, I explored the local Pearl River Delta region, went to Macau, Hong Kong, Guangzhou, Shenzhen. Yeah, so the top left picture, I was in Hong Kong a couple weeks ago and grabbed this picture after downpour. Beautiful place. The bottom left is the temple right behind our school. Literally, we can see this pagoda on top of the hill from our school. In the middle is a place called Yangshuo, and I'm holding a 20 RMB note. And in the right is the Canton Tower, which is here in Guangzhou, also known as Canton. Benefits of teaching abroad, opportunities to meet people from all around the world. It's often a better ratio of standard of living versus cost of living than the U.S. What that means is, at the end of the day, things here are probably cheaper, and I'm saving more money in real dollars in my American bank account. I would say last year I got at least an American salary here and saved 60% of it, and was able to put that away in my bank account. So you can save a lot by teaching abroad. You get experience teaching English language learners. I know American public schools are looking for this because of the diversity of English language learners in the U.S. You get a chance to work with small class sizes, new experiences, food, culture, language, history, of course, opportunities to travel. What to consider? I would say first you want to consider your personal considerations. Why are you interested in teaching abroad? Are you wanting to go serve, like Peace Corps, or learn a language, or just to travel, or just for a new experience? or to save money and see the world. Um, what are the goals of the school you're interested in? Some of them are run as businesses. Some of them were started for philanthropic reasons. Some of them were started for religious reasons. Some were to serve the diplomatic community. The Department of Defense schools are designed to support the military. So what are the goals? And would you be happy with working at a place with those goals? Also, if you wanted to stay at the school, could you stay there long term? Would you want to stay short term? Something to consider. How does your family feel about you being so far away? Would that cause a lot of tension? What's your plan for dealing with culture shock? How do you plan on integrating into both your school community and the local culture? Professional considerations. Is the school aligned with your philosophy of teaching? What are the opportunities the school offer for professional development? Is the school accredited? I can tell you the school I worked for in Morocco was not accredited, and I would say it set me back. My school currently would like to pay for my national board certification, and I have to wait until I have 3 years experience at an accredited school, even though I've been teaching for almost 6 years. How will you maintain your teaching license? Also a consideration. I know I've had some issues with the state of North Carolina and I currently actually hold an Oregon license for that reason. Some resources for you. I'm currently working for a school affiliated with ISS, International School Services, but they do prefer 2 years teaching experience. Search Associates is another one. I'm not too familiar with them, but I know they're often recommended. The International Educator is a website that publishes teaching jobs and has a publication. Also, the Department of State website has a lot of different resources and schools listed and opportunities. And then if you are interested in serving at a Department of Defense school, military base abroad, there are also those opportunities as well. So, thank you very much. If you have any questions, I would be happy if you wrote me an email. I'd be more than happy to hear from you and know that you got something out of this. And if you have any questions about living abroad, about traveling abroad, let me know. I would be very happy to point you in the right direction and give you tips on what you need to do and what you need, things to think about. All right, thank you very much. Take care.